Welcome back, and if it's your first time, welcome to my channel. I post content like this about once a week. For today's video, we're going to be going over how to clean your full frame sensor on your camera. We're going to be using a DSLR. This is the Canon 5D Classic. I just recently purchased it and noticed after taking a couple pictures that there is some dust and specks on the sensor, so we're going to try to clean it. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your battery has a full charge. If you don't have a full charge, the mirror can shut and in the middle of your cleaning process, and it can do a lot more damage to your camera. So always make sure that you have a full charge in your battery before you start the process. So the battery is a very important component of this process. The next thing I like to do is blast off any dust that might be on the body of the camera. So just go around, make sure you got most of it off, especially around where the lens is located. And you can even do it on one if you want, even though we're going to be removing that. Alright, so once that's done, you can turn your camera on, like so. And then you want to go to clean. It's usually on the bottom of the menu. So sensor cleaning, turn off camera, okay, and it should give you a lock on. There you go. And then what you do is you take off your lens, like so, and you want to blast off the dust or any debris that you can get with this first before you clean it. So what I like to do, I know I've seen people do it when it's laying down, but I feel like if you spray it, it's just going to keep going up and then going back down the sensor. So I like to flip it upside down, like that. I mean, you can't really see, but like that, and then kind of do it. So that way if it blows out, it just goes down into the table. Alright. So that's done. And before cleaning the sensor, I just want to see how much of the debris I got off with this alone. So we're going to put the lens back on, like so. I'm sure you know how to put a lens on if you're watching this video. Okay. And then you want to just turn it off, and it goes back down. Alright, so now we're going to take a picture to see where the dust is on the sensor. Alright, so then you want to have a pure white piece of paper. We're just going to use this paper right here. And then I'm going to point my lights onto this paper just so I can use a smaller aperture, so more detail. So let's point the lights onto it. Okay. And then right now I have my aperture at 11. It's at a 60th of a second for my shutter speed. I think I'm going to go up though, maybe to a 25th. And ISO I believe is at 200. So we're going to take a picture of the paper. Okay, not really seeing anything there. Let's go up a little bit higher on the aperture. So we're going to try at 22, but I don't think it's going to be bright enough. Alright, so I did that. Just move that away. Focus back on here. So those are the settings that I have it at right now. Okay. And now we're going to upload the photo onto Photoshop or Lightroom and just see this where the specs are at. Alright, so we just uploaded the image onto the computer. We're going to open the image up in Photoshop. So it's probably the most recent one right here. And open with Photoshop. Okay, so that's it. Let's open it up. It's a little dark, but I was shooting at aperture 22, so it's a little dark. But as you can see a few of the marks on the sensor. Alright, so I'm going to circle these just so we have an idea and we can compare it later on when I get the new image. It's yellowish, so it stands out more. There's one, there's one, there's one. Let's get it there. So the The dust blaster definitely did not do the job. As you can see from all these circles I'm making, from all these pieces of dust or marks on the sensor. I'm hoping it's not actually marks on the sensor, I'm hoping it's just dust built up because this camera is 15 years old, so it's understandable that there's some dust on there. I've only had to do this once before, and that was on my Sony A6000, and I was not able to get the marks off, so I had to send it out to get professionally cleaned, which worked, but this is definitely the cheaper option. So if you're trying to save money and if you're patient and careful, I would recommend this. Now if you have like a really high-end camera that you're worried about, maybe you should just play it safe and get it sent off, but because this camera isn't too expensive and it's 15 years old, I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so let's see how many circles. Yeah, so there's definitely some specs on this sensor that we're going to have to clean off. So let's save this for before picture. We'll just save it straight on the desktop. And then let's clean it off, and then we'll have an after and compare the two. Let's get a couple swabs, so I don't have to be grabbing it in the middle. That. Alright, let's lock it up. Alright, it's locked up. Lens off. Okay, so the dry one's done. Let's do a wet one. Just a couple drops of this solution. Downward motion first. Alright, now we're going to squirt the other side and go the other way. Okay. Those two are done. Now we're going to do one more dry one and then dry it. Let's put that over there with that one. This one. And we're going to go both ways just to make sure that it got it. Let's do it back. Just that too, just so I'm dragging the dust down. I don't know why I'm having trouble going down more than going up. Okay. So that should be good. Alright, put the lens back on, and then to stop the cleaning, as you can see it still says cleaning on there, you just hit off, and then the mirror goes back down. Alright, so we're going to load the memory card back in, and take another picture of that white paper. First I'm going to clear the memory card just to make sure I don't get it mixed up with any old images. Okay, so we're formatting the memory card real quick. Now we're going to take a picture of a piece of paper. Alright, so there's a piece of paper. Let's take a picture or two of it. Alright, it looks like it's a little over, so I'm just going to go down. Okay, 1, and 2. Alright, so we took 2 shots. Now let's upload this and see what we got. Alright, so we're going to upload the new image. As you can see, I still have the old image up with, well, the original image that shows all the dust. Now let's upload the most recent one, and hopefully this fixed all the other pieces. Okay, it's looking pretty good. We don't have anything up in the corner. Alright, let's open it up just so we can zoom in and compare. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Not really seeing any specks anywhere. Looks like there might be like one there. And there's one there, one there, one there, one there. But compared to the other one, zoom this one in a little bit more. You can see that there's a, sorry. There's definitely more on there than on here. So it worked to a degree. If I wanted, I could do a couple more swipes, but for right now, I think that's good enough for what I want. I mean, these little specks you're really not going to see compared to those really big ones over here. Granted, it might be zoomed in a little bit more, so I'll zoom in this one. But even with it zoomed in, I mean, there's a couple up here, but I think that's pretty much it. The ones that I was really worried about were the ones on top of here that were really noticeable, those 2. So I think because those 2 are gone and most of the other specs are gone, I'm gonna say I'm satisfied. If I really wanted to, I could go over the sensor a couple more times, but I think for right now, that's good enough for me. So that's pretty much the steps you take to check and see if your sensor's dirty, and then how to clean it. If you have any questions or anything, be sure just to leave it in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe. I post content like this about once a week. Thanks for watching.